we have a story that has rocked the football world. Stay tuned for your Pitch Talk news break. Hello everybody, my name is Shootin LJA and welcome to your Pitch Talk news break. Our latest breaking story is that Gavin Da Gman Henry has taken over Sir Alex Ferguson as the new Manchester United manager. Reportedly, the deal is worth £5 million a year over a 5-year contract. We're going to cross over to the G-Man's first Manchester United press conference, and be warned, there is flash photography. So without further ado, we're going to go straight over to the Carrington Training Complex for the G-Man's first Manchester United press conference.
Hi everyone, time is quite limited today, so probably have about 5-10 minutes where you can just fire your questions, keep them short, sharp, because he's still got to meet and greet the players. So without further ado, Gavin Henry.
Good evening everyone. As you know, I'm appointed as new Manchester United manager. If you didn't know me already, my name's Gavin, or aka the G-Man. Today I will be answering your questions on why I've taken this position, whatever else you want to ask. So please feel free to ask questions. There are constraints and I will try and get to as many as you as possible. So can we just start this off?
Question over?
Yes.
So you're going to be the successor to Alex Ferguson as Man United manager. How do you think you're going to find the challenge?
I knew I was going to get asked this question. Well, Alex Ferguson, 25 years at Manchester United, 35 trophies. What a challenge it is going to be. I'm totally looking forward to it. Extremely excited about the whole situation. Look, United have a legacy. They've got a history. And I want to be part of that history. Why do you snigger? Lad, why are you sniggering?
I'm sniggering because I've got a question myself, if you don't mind taking my question. You've had a sterling career as a manager so far, but a lot of people may be surprised by your appointment into such a big position. What are your credentials and how will these help you with this job?
Well, I know a lot of you've probably read in the papers today. Yes, I am a simulation manager. What does simulation mean? I spent most of my years on Football Manager, managing some of the best teams around the world. Does that take away the fact that I can manage this great club, Manchester United? No, it doesn't. Because I just want to ask any of you that doubt me out here, are you sitting in my position right now? Do you have that contract in front of you? Are you going to be sending out Rooney, Berbatov, or Nani next week? No, I am. So my credentials as a manager is that my willingness to win. That's what I hope to bring to this. Well, I hope to continue with this club. I want to win things. I've got a winning credential. Okay. Sorry, young lad. I didn't fully answer your question.
Yeah, we've got another question. We've heard that you've been a lifelong Arsenal fan, but do you reckon this is going to affect your ability to command respect from the more senior players in the squad? And do you think the fans will accept you as the manager of Manchester United?
You haven't been impressed for long, have you? What kind of question is that, my son? You've got to think about it. This is a job. And at the end of the day, who I support doesn't matter. This is a job I have taken. I am Manchester United manager, and my job at hand is to win things with Manchester United. So regardless of whether I'm an Arsenal fan, I'm going to do my best because that's what I try to do. Now, whether players respect me or not, that's down to them. They know where they know where my office is. I'm there from 24/7, Monday to Sunday. If they've got a problem, come and see me.
One more question over here. Just wondering, what are your plans in terms of strengthening the squad? And will there be a massive overhaul, or do you feel you only need a couple of players?
Well, I don't want to talk too soon about strengthening the squad. Look, we're on the last 2 months of the season. We're in a run-up. We're in 3 competitions, the Champions League, we're top of the league, and also we're in the FA Cup. We've got a big match against our rivals, Manchester City, which I'm looking forward to. I've never been to one before, Manchester City, Manchester United derby, but I've heard it's a cracker and I want to be there. My first match is going to be against Fulham on the 9th. And to be honest, I'm looking to that match. The only way I'm looking to strengthen the squad is maybe my character might come across them. And this season, you've seen Manchester United, you're wearing a Man United top. You've seen they haven't been playing that attacking football. That's what I want to bring to the club. More, they've got the great defensive side to them, but I want to bring flair. Flair.
So does that mean that players like Nani, Rooney, Berbatov, Hernandez, will they be receiving a bit more creative license?
Hopefully. I'd say hopefully. I want them to express themselves, but also they've got a system at the moment which I don't want to tamper too much with because they are where they are. They're top. Unluckily, Alex Ferguson left this morning for whatever reasons. I can't really comment on that. But, I see Nani as a far wide ringer, left or right. I'm not really fussed about it. I see Rooney as, I want him to be my holding man just behind Berbatov. And Hernandez, he's going to be what he has been so far this season, an impact player. So I'm going to try and keep the system as it is, but yeah, I'm going to try and tell the players, look, just add a little bit more spice to your game.
So are you interested or not in terms of buying players such as Kaka? Because rumour has it he might be heading away from the Bernabeu this season because he hasn't been able to force a first-team place. Would he be a player who you're interested in, or again, what your thoughts on it? Are you interested in buying players like that, or do you think you don't need it?
Well, transfers at the moment, really and truthfully, ain't worth talking about. Like I said, we've got 2 months, transfer window's closed. I've got wonderful players. Like I said, I've got Rooney, I've got Berbatov, I've got Nani, I've got Anderson who's sitting on the bench. That's a player I want to get off the bench. I reckon he needs to be unleashed. Also, I've got smallings, like thinking about Kaka for next season. What's the point? I've got to make do with what I've got so far. I've got to then outroot players from my youth team, my reserve team. Then I will start thinking about possible signings. Kaka's a wonderful player. There's many other players in my eye line, but doesn't mean I'm going to go after them just because I'm giving a bit of money.
Yeah, it seems that we've lost the live feed to Gavin's first Manchester United press conference. If you bear with me, we're getting news about this. Yeah. Okay, right. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to the G-Man's live press conference right now. So we're gonna go back now.
Apologies for those technical difficulties there. If you could kindly repeat your question, please.
Has David Gill told you how much money you'll have available to strengthen what most people see is an aging squad?
Is that all you wanted to ask? Okay. Well, what I was trying to allude to before was no, he hasn't yet. We will be speaking soon. Like I said, two months to go. Not really worried about the facts, the facts or the figures. I just want to get through the season. I'm concentrating on what I can achieve by the end of the season. And that's it. That's it on that. Have you got a question?
I know the time's short, so I'm only going to ask one more question because I know that you've got to know the players. Just wondering for the fans, what's your opening message to Man United fans who may be a little bit unsure of what exactly you're going to do?
Well, I say don't be worried. Let the results speak for themselves because I've been appointed in this job, and like I said, I've got the aim to win things. And I can only be, basically, look, you can only judge me on my results. That's all I can say. Just come to the matches. Hopefully you'll be entertained. Hopefully, well, not hopefully, I know so the players are going to go out on that pitch and play 110%. If not for me, for Manchester United, because they love this club. They've been there before me. So it's just going to be routine with a new face.
That's actually all we've got time for today. As said earlier, Gavin's still got to meet and greet the players and quite a lot of the coaching staff. We've got a lot of work to do before the Fulham match. So thank you very much for your time, and we'll see you next time.
So we've seen Gavin Da Gman Henry's first press conference as the new Manchester United manager. We sent our cameras out onto the streets to see what the fans thought about this huge breaking story.
I feel that it's a great move. I'm 100% behind it. I mean, when you look at what the G-Man's won in the time that he's won it, he's got no peers. I mean, admittedly, I'd prefer to have Jose Mourinho, but Jose Mourinho is still at Real Madrid. So the fact that we've got the G-Man is more than a consolation prize.
G-Man being the next manager, it's a complete disgrace. Like, who is G-Man? Like, Alex is well known. He's known all over the world. It's a disgrace. What's he going to do for us?
G-Man being the next Manchester United manager, I'm well up for it. You know, it's about time that there's something new comes into the Premiership.
He ain't going to bring us forward. It's going to bring us backwards. Where are we going? We're going to end up like bottom half of the table. It's ridiculous. No, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it at all. It's ridiculous, man.
Well, if they're smart, then they'll accept him and realise that he's good for them. But, you know, it's going to be hard at first. But change always is hard. But definitely think that after a while they hear what he's got to say, he'll get far.
I'm not concerned by the lack of the G-Man's managerial experience, even if it does come in a football game. At the end of the day, the G-Man's record is unparalleled. This guy is a truly great manager.
Experience is nothing at the end of the day. As long as you've got the brain power and the knowledge, that's all you need.
As I said, who is G-Man? He's not going to win us nothing. It's going to be a normal team just competing, just in the league. Nothing. Not winning titles, Premier League, the FA Cup, the Champions League. We won't even get to the Champions League no more.
I know it's the G-Man's first game against Fulham this weekend, but I feel he's going to be in safe hands. We've got a lot of experienced players and our fans will welcome him with open arms. I'm predicting that Manchester United will win 3-0 this weekend.
Fulham's a tricky team, you know. It could go either way kind of thing. Then again, you need experience, again, like to incorporate that within the team and, you know, and you need that against clubs like that because you could be losing and you need experience to bring you back into the game. If you haven't got that, you're just going to go 1-0, 2-0 and then down and you're not going to come back.
It's going to be tough being his first match and, you know, the players obviously getting used to him and everything. But I think if he goes out there with a positive attitude, Manchester United will nick it 2-0.
It'll be a hard game. It's a draw or a loss, to be honest, what I think, with no experience behind his backs.
I wish he was taking over Arsenal because he's got such a good mind and he's going to take them far.
I'm just hoping that the players and the fans get behind him and give him the due respect that he deserves as our new manager.
So as you can see, there are mixed feelings about Gavin Da Gman Henry, a lifelong Arsenal fan, taking over as Manchester United manager. But what do you think about this huge breaking story? Facebook.com/pitchtalk. Email us at pitchtalk@gmail.com. Also, twitter.com/pitchtalk. We want to know your views about this huge news story, this huge breaking news. We're going to see you after the break with more of your Pitch Talk News Break.